There's a kind of exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix, a weight that doesn't live in the muscles, but somewhere deeper. You carry it quietly. You carry it because someone has to. And most of the time, no one really sees it. People around you notice what you do, but not what it costs. They see the results, but never the effort. They see who you are now, but not what you had to outgrow to become this version of yourself. They assume stability comes naturally to you, because they never watched you build it piece by piece while everything around you was falling apart. You've learned to carry responsibility without announcing it, to solve problems before anyone else notices they exist, to anticipate what might go wrong, just so others never have to feel the impact. It's not something you brag about. It's simply what you do. But over time, that quiet strength becomes invisible. People get used to reliability. They stop asking how you are. They stop checking if you're tired. They stop wondering if you might need someone too. You became the person who holds things together. And in that role, no one thinks to ask who holds you. There were moments earlier in your life when you thought things would get easier with age. That once you had a job, a family, a routine, some stability, the pressure would lift. But life didn't get lighter. It just got quieter. And now the weight you carry is no longer dramatic. It's constant. The world expects strength from you, not honesty. It wants results, not explanations. It rewards what you can provide, not what you endure. No one applauds consistency, yet everyone demands it. And here's the part no one prepared you for. The more disciplined you become, the more distance you feel. When you stop wasting time, you realize how much time others waste. When you refuse excuses, you hear how often people rely on them. When you start improving quietly, some grow uncomfortable. Not because you judge them, but because your discipline exposes their stagnation. You learned that envy doesn't always speak. Sometimes it watches in silence, waiting for you to falter, just so the balance feels restored again. People don't always want you to fail, but they rarely want you to outgrow them. Success isolates. Reliability isolates. And carrying more than you admit isolates even more. There were days when you looked around at your own circle and wondered why you felt alone even with people beside you. You listened to their stories. You supported their struggles. You showed up when you were needed. But when something weighed on your mind, you found yourself without the words. Because the weight wasn't dramatic, it was cumulative. 1,000 small responsibilities, a list of obligations, expectations you never agreed to, but carry anyway. You've seen people who had everything handed to them. Comfort, safety, a path cleared before them. But comfort doesn't teach you how to stand when life collapses. And when pressure arrives, they freeze. They were raised without resistance, so they were never forced to grow. You took a different road, maybe not by choice. Maybe life demanded it. You had to build without instructions. You had to learn without guidance. And because you earned what you have, you know how to rebuild if it's taken away. That experience becomes a kind of internal armor, not loud, not flashy, just steady. People misinterpret that steadiness as coldness, as if being calm means being unfeeling. But the truth is simpler. When you've carried enough weight in silence, you stop needing to explain the load. You keep moving, even when you're tired. You show up, even when you don't feel like it. You make decisions, even when the consequences land on you alone. You don't complain, not because everything is fine, but because complaining doesn't lighten the weight. It only magnifies it. And yet, sometimes, late at night or early in the morning, you can feel the exhaustion in a way you can't describe. Not sadness, not depression, just a quiet heaviness, the kind that comes from years of being reliable. If anyone asked, you'd probably say you're fine, because that's what you've trained yourself to say. Because admitting the weight feels like dropping it, and dropping it risks crushing someone else. But here's something you rarely hear. The weight you carry is real. And even if others don't see it, it doesn't make it any less heavy. Strength isn't the absence of exhaustion, it's moving forward despite it. Discipline isn't a performance, it's the quiet choice to continue. You carry more than you admit. You always have. And maybe you always will. But that doesn't make you weak. It makes you someone who understands what's at stake. And when life gets loud, chaotic, demanding, remember this. Even if no one notices, even if no one understands, even if no one says it out loud, the weight you carry matters. And the fact that you keep going, silently, consistently, is the proof.